Did you know Napoleon Bonaparte stole the Mona Lisa and kept it in his bedroom for years? In 1797, decades before the famous heist, Napoleon simply took Leonardo's masterpiece from the Louvre to his private quarters. This bold theft inspired others, including Italian banker Vincenzo Perugia. For 2 years, Perugia worked as a museum employee, studying every security detail. He built a special wooden box and chose Monday morning when the Louvre was closed to visitors. On August 21st, 1911, he walked to the Salon Carré and lifted the painting right off the wall. He hid in a broom closet overnight, clutching the world's most famous artwork. The next morning, he simply walked out with the Mona Lisa tucked under his coat. For 2 years, he kept it hidden under his bed in Paris while police launched an international manhunt. When finally caught, his theft changed everything. Museums worldwide installed the security systems we see today, all because one man followed Napoleon's example. Did you know a teenager once convinced an entire bank to hand over their cash reserves by pretending to be a bank examiner? Frank Abagnale Jr. went from robbing banks to eventually running one. In the early 1960s, this 16-year-old mastermind pulled off check fraud across 26 countries. It started small, cashing fake checks in local stores. But then he discovered something brilliant. He could impersonate an airline pilot for free flights worldwide. He studied flight manuals, obtained a real Pan Am uniform, and deadheaded on over 250 flights. Next, he posed as doctors and lawyers, fooling everyone with fake credentials. His most audacious con happened in France. He walked into a bank, claimed he was conducting a security audit, and they handed over their entire cash reserves. FBI agent Carl Hanratty finally cornered him in a French prison. When caught, Abagnale simply said, "You got me." The shocking twist: the FBI hired him as a consultant, and he became a bank security executive, using his criminal expertise to prevent fraud. Did you know that 3 MIT students stole $3 million from Las Vegas casinos without touching a single chip? In 1979, when computers filled entire rooms and casinos had zero digital security, Keith Taft, Tommy Glenn Carmichael, and Marty Tran had a brilliant idea. These mathematics students built a computer the size of a cigarette pack that could calculate blackjack odds in real time. They wired the device under their clothes, using toe switches hidden in their shoes to input card values. The computer would vibrate against their skin to signal the optimal play. For months, they moved from casino to casino, winning consistently but never too much at once. Security guards watched, but saw nothing suspicious. The 3 students grew bolder, hitting bigger tables with higher stakes, until one night at the Tropicana. During a routine pat-down, security felt the wires. They found the computer components taped to his body. This single bust led to Nevada's first computer crime laws and the modern surveillance systems casinos use today. Did you know that thieves once walked past security guards carrying $20 million worth of diamonds hidden inside mayonnaise jars? In 2003, the Antwerp Diamond District was considered the most secure diamond trading center on Earth. Leonard Notarbartolo spent 2 years preparing for the impossible. He rented an office in the district, befriended security guards, and studied every detail of the vault system. On the night of the heist, his team used hairspray to bypass motion detectors and aluminum foil to disable heat sensors. They cracked the vault's combination lock with a custom-made device. For 36 hours straight, they opened safety deposit box after safety deposit box. But when they realized they couldn't carry all the loot, they got creative. They transferred millions of dollars worth of diamonds into empty mayonnaise and yogurt containers from a nearby grocery store. Then they casually walked past security carrying their groceries. The perfect crime, until a discarded receipt led police straight to them. Only a fraction of the diamonds were ever recovered. Did you know that in 1924, 2 teenage kidnappers demanded $10,000 in genuine Monopoly money because they thought it was untraceable? Nathan Leopold and Richard Loeb were brilliant students in Chicago who wanted to commit the perfect crime. These 19-year-olds believed their intelligence made them superior to everyone else. They randomly selected 14-year-old Bobby Franks as their victim, studying detective novels to plan their ransom strategy. After school one day, they lured Bobby into their car and killed him, hiding his body in a drainage culvert. Then they confidently sent their bizarre ransom note demanding monopoly money, convinced it couldn't be tracked. The family was confused. Police thought it was a prank. But their perfect plan had one fatal flaw. Leopold had dropped his distinctive eyeglasses at the crime scene. Within days, optometrist records led investigators straight to him. Their intellectual arrogance had caused the most basic mistake possible. This case revolutionized forensic evidence protocols and proved that even criminal geniuses could overlook the simplest details. Did you know that a death row inmate escaped America's most secure prison using only dental floss and toothpaste? In 1979, Robert Lee Willie was locked in Angola Prison, Louisiana's maximum security death row. The facility was considered escape-proof, with armed guards, razor wire, and constant surveillance, but Willie had a plan that took 6 months to execute. Every night, he wove dental floss into rope, strong enough to hold his weight. He mixed toothpaste with concrete dust to create a powerful adhesive. Using a sharpened spoon handle, he slowly filed through his cell window bars. Willie studied guard rotations, timing every movement perfectly. Other inmates created distractions while he worked in complete darkness. On escape night, he squeezed through an 8-inch window gap, then rappelled down 3 stories using his makeshift floss rope. He vanished into the Louisiana swampland like a ghost. After 18 days on the run, police caught him stealing food from a convenience store. His escape forced a complete overhaul of death row security nationwide. Did you know a man collected life insurance money by faking his own death 50 times? Between 1970 and 1995, Salvatore Sicurella turned death into his business across Italy. He exploited the chaos of Italian bureaucratic systems where records barely talk to each other. It started simple. Drowning accidents using mannequins while he hid underwater. But Sicurella got bolder. Real explosions, elaborate car crashes, planted evidence at every scene. He built an entire network. Corrupt doctors signed death certificates. Funeral directors held fake services. His own family members collected the payouts while he watched from the shadows. Soon he was dying in multiple cities simultaneously, bribing morgue workers for false autopsy reports. Until insurance investigator Maria Gonzalez noticed something impossible. Sicurella was officially dead in Rome, Naples, and Milan on the same exact day. Surveillance footage caught him attending his own funeral. During his 51st fake death attempt, police finally arrested the man who wouldn't stay dead. 15 million euros in fraud. His schemes revolutionized European insurance forever. Did you know criminals once literally vacuumed $15 million through a bank wall? In 2006, Buenos Aires, the Banco Rio branch was considered impenetrable. Armed guards, multiple alarm systems, reinforced concrete walls 3 feet thick, but Fernando Araujo had a different plan. His crew rented the locksmith shop next door and spent months studying building blueprints. During business hours, they posed as renovation workers, drilling through that concrete wall inch by inch. They installed industrial vacuum systems and pneumatic tubes, timing everything perfectly. On the weekend of the heist, they had a 15-hour window. While police negotiated with what they thought were desperate bank robbers upstairs, the real crime was happening below. The crew broke through the vault wall, connected high-powered vacuums, and sucked cash through narrow tubes. $15 million disappeared through pneumatic suction while hostages believed negotiations were still ongoing. They escaped through Buenos Aires sewer system, vanishing completely. This single heist changed bank vault construction standards worldwide. Sometimes the most impossible crimes happen right under everyone's nose. Did you know a man nearly walked out of the Tower of London with England's crown jewels using nothing but a wooden mallet? In 1671, the fortress that had protected kings for centuries housed the nation's most sacred treasures under laughably light security. Thomas Blood, an Irish rogue, spent months befriending the elderly keeper Talbot Edwards. He posed as a clergyman, brought fake credentials, and studied every detail of the jewel chamber's single guard system. Blood convinced Edwards to show the crown jewels to his wealthy nephew during a private visit. When his accomplices arrived as planned, Blood struck Edwards with his mallet. He flattened St. Edward's crown to fit under his cloak while his partner sawed the sovereign's scepter in half. They almost made it to the Tower gates when Edwards regained consciousness and raised the alarm. Blood was captured red-handed with flattened crown jewels stuffed in his clothes. Incredibly, King Charles II pardoned him completely. This brazen heist created the modern crown jewel security protocols we see today. Sometimes the most audacious crimes change history forever. Did you know thieves once tried to steal a £350 million diamond using a bulldozer and speedboat escape through London? In November 2000, the legendary Millennium Star diamond sat inside the heavily guarded Millennium Dome. Raymond Betson and his crew had spent months planning the perfect heist. They disguised themselves as tourists, studying every security detail and police response time. Their plan was audacious: ram a JCB digger straight through the dome's walls during peak hours. On November 7th, wearing gas masks and body armor, they smashed through like something from a movie. The reinforced glass barriers shattered as they grabbed what they thought were real diamonds. But when they reached their Thames speedboat, something was wrong. Their driver had been replaced by undercover flying squad officers. It was all a trap. Police had been watching them for months. The diamonds were fake replicas, and their escape route was crawling with armed officers. They were arrested at gunpoint on the river. Their perfect plan completely unraveled. Sometimes the best heists exist only in the minds of thieves.